The metal gates loomed ahead, cold and imposing, casting long shadows across the morning tarmac. Every protocol sign gleamed in the sunlight. Authorized personnel only. She approached with steady steps, her boots clicking softly against concrete. A pair of gate guards moved to intercept, their hands raised. "Ma'am, you can't enter," one said firmly, his tone polite but unyielding. Seconds later, the air shifted. Recognition, shock, and disbelief collided as they realized who stood before them. She was their commander. "Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're re-watching from. I love knowing who is listening." Colonel Elara Jensen had risen through the ranks with unwavering determination. Years of strategy, late nights reviewing operational plans, and countless missions had earned her the respect of her peers, but the morning fog and the glare. The sun on steel reminded her that authority is fragile until recognized. She had faced skepticism, whispered doubts, and moments of outright dismissal throughout her career. Today, she faced a new challenge, convincing two young soldiers at the gate that respect was, in T, just a title. It was earned through presence, clarity, and action. The guards stiffened, exchanging quick glances. They had seen her name on duty rosters, briefings, and operational logs, but never up close. Never like this, in person. Their voices faltered. Elara's eyes softened, yet remained commanding. She didn't scold. She simply smiled faintly, letting the weight of her reputation settle into the still morning air. The gate seemed to hold its breath along with them. As she stepped closer, the sound of her boots echoed against the concrete, mingling with the distant hum of vehicles and the soft rustle of flags in the breeze. Each detail, the faint scent of motor oil, the sharp tang of ozone, the shimmer of sunlight on metal added to the tension, grounding her in the reality that leadership often arrives in small, silent moments. Elara's mind drifted briefly to the countless times she had trained her team, observed their growing confidence, and guided them through exercises that tested precision and morale alike. She remembered a young recruit trembling as he first took his place at the firing line, her hand steadying his grip. Leadership, she realized, wasn't about demanding compliance. It was about inspiring trust. The tension snapped when one guard finally stammered, "Colonel, ma'am?" His eyes widened as comprehension flooded him. The second guard froze entirely, gripping the barrier as if to steady himself against disbelief. Whispers rose, hushed but audible, as nearby personnel caught sight of her insignia. Respect replaced skepticism in a heartbeat. The range, the gates, the tarmac, everything had shifted in a moment of recognition. Elara didn't raise her voice. She didn't need to. With a calm, decisive gesture, she signaled the gates to open, her presence commanding action. Soldiers moved with precise coordination, tools and vehicles aligning as if choreographed. Every step, every movement mirrored her composed authority. Those seconds, charged with tension, were cinematic in their own right, a microcosm of command and the fragile, electrifying power of respect earned and acknowledged. Yet beneath the calm exterior, she felt the familiar moral tension. Authority could be used for compliance or for care. Was she merely asserting rank, or was she setting an example? She chose the latter, moving with empathy toward the guards. A nod, a brief word of encouragement. A quiet acknowledgement of their diligence. Her leadership was not about ego, but about guiding, uplifting, and inspiring. The climax unfolded in the simple act of recognition. The gate opened fully and soldiers lined up to salute, their movements precise yet filled with genuine respect. The misty morning sunlight caught the glint of badges and medals, echoing the quiet drama that had unfolded. Elara stepped through, her presence transforming a routine checkpoint into a lesson in integrity, courage, and human connection. For a moment, she allowed herself a small smile. Leadership was a series of moments like this, unexpected, profound, and quietly triumphant. She thought of the younger officers she had mentored, the moments of doubt turned into confidence, and the trust that grew from consistent action. Today the lesson had been mutual. Authority is recognized when skill, empathy, and presence intersect. As the gates closed behind her, the morning fog began to lift, sunlight spilling across the facility like a benediction. The guards exchanged words, their disbelief replaced by pride and renewed respect. Elara continued her walk, her figure framed by the light, a living testament to the principle that courage and clarity command far more than fear or intimidation ever could. Because courage isn't about proving power, it's about guiding others with integrity, patience, and unwavering humanity. And as she disappeared into the facility, the gates behind her seemed almost to hum with quiet acknowledgement. A reminder that respect is not demanded, is earned, recognized, and never forgotten. If Colonel Elara Jensen's story inspired you, share a moment when someone's presence made a difference in your life in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Whispered Words for more true stories of courage, leadership, and moments that redefine expectation.